Well, they like their Willies out here in San Francisco. Willie McCovey, we're in Willie McCovey Cove. Of course, the San Francisco Giants also had Willie Mays on the team, some of the biggest hitters in all of Major League Baseball of all time. And we've got the big hitters of Supercross for this Monster Energy AMA Supercross and FIM World Championship. Jason Weigandt, Jim Holley here, and we're going to review first last week's activities in Anaheim as we roll in here to San Francisco. And Jim, obviously the headline is James Stewart, a defending champion of the series, out. Just announced about an hour before the race in Anaheim. Chad Reed goes on to take the win.
Well, I mean, it was a good win for Chad Reed. Josh Hill coming away with that second place. What a surprise that was. And, you know, Kevin Windham, the old guy, a couple thirds now. You know, maybe he can step it up here in San Francisco. There's been a lot of rain here in San Francisco, and we'll see. But the big story, like you said, James Stewart out. You listen on the message boards. You don't know what happened. You don't know if he had a torn contract, a torn ACL. You don't know what the guy had. You know, there's a lot of issues swirling around with James Stewart right now. But bottom line is he's not here in San Francisco.
Yeah, word has it that Stewart had knee surgery this week, so presumably he'll be out for the entire Monster Energy Supercross Tour. That obviously opens up the door toward Chad Reed, who's now the points leader. And Chad knows that he's got an opportunity to win a whole bunch of races here. He made no bones about it. At the end of our race at A2, he said, I want to go on a winning streak and pile some together.
Well, he's got 2 wins already on the season, and the 2 most important wins are both at the Anaheims. You know, after San Francisco, we'll go back to Anaheim, see if he can sweep Anaheim rounds. But coming in here, he's got a chance to make a whole lot of points, or he's got a chance to also lose a whole lot of points if he has a problem with the mud. And we'll see after practice. A shortened program here in San Francisco, only 1 practice. They're not getting started until 4:30 with the track walk, a quick practice and right into the racing. Right now it's beautiful out, but yesterday it was pouring rain, and you know, the weather gods, hopefully they can stay away, but I don't think so. They say about 5 o'clock the rain should be coming back.
Yeah, as you can tell right now, it's absolutely perfect weather conditions, but there was so much rain yesterday, a lot of water must have got underneath the plastic under the track, so it's going to be really, really tough for this to be perfect race conditions. And I have to admit, Chad Reed's results, when we've had some muddy Supercrosses, he's had some bad races.
He has, and he's had some mechanicals also. You know, you go back to the Anaheim when he had that front brake problem. You go back to here when he crashed a couple seasons ago, I think 2 or 3 times in the main event. Still worked up and finished 5th. But there's a lot of other guys, you know. Remember Nick Way came into San Francisco. He finished on the podium a couple years ago. So we'll see what happens. Anything can happen in the mud. It's the great equalizer, people say.
Now, that scenario is the same, actually, in our lights class. A rider has a big points lead there. Ryan Dungey has won 2 out of 3 races, finished 2nd in Phoenix. He's out front of Brock Hepler by 22 points, so the riders in the lights class are going to be hoping he has a bad one if it is muddy.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, the lights, I mean, 22-point lead after 3 rounds, that's unheard of. I mean, like you'd say, wow, he's basically walking away. Well, he had problems, you know, Jason Lawrence, that is, had the problem last week, couldn't fire the Yamaha. We'll see. I mean, that could very well happen to Dungey here in the mud, and those 22 points could be gone in a matter of 15 laps in that main event, or maybe even shorter, 12 laps, depending on how bad it rains, because they have been known to shorten those main events because the track starts to deteriorate and there's just no time. The lap times, they go from normally a 55 to 1 minute lap time, that could turn into a 2-minute lap time, so they got to shorten those main events. But we'll have to see if that weather holds out. But what a nice comeback for Austin Stroop. He gets a podium, his first podium of his Supercross career, after the week before in Phoenix, not even making that main event. So, and like you said, Hepler, he rode a brilliant race. He was just 1 lap too short in that bad start. We'll see if Hepler can get a good start here tonight in Phoenix, San Francisco. As you can see, the McCovey Cove behind us.
Well, you know what? This is going to present maybe the last opportunity the rest of the guys chasing Dungey and chasing Reed will have to get back in this championship chase. If it's muddy tonight, this might be the opportunity they've been waiting for. Stay tuned for that. So far, so good. The skies are dry. We'll be back with updates all day long, and of course our audio webcast here on supercrossonline.com. So keep it tuned here all day long.